How are you doing today? You. I hope well. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. What it do? I love Kanye West. I love you too. Love everybody. Love is the answer and love is the key. Don't you see, baby? Don't you see? Kanye West is teaching them more science. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Love instead of hate. That's what Noble Drew Ali said. That's what Noble Drew Ali said back in the 1900s. When it was really ugly out here for so-called black people, Negroes. We was really being called niggers. And he was talking about love instead of hate. It's deep, man. And that's why I love Kanye West for what he's doing. And we need to put more. Yes, I love Donald Trump too. And yes, I love any and all of the so-called oppressors, the so-called enemies, the so-called people, the people that feel they may hate black people or feel they may, you feel that the white man that's out to get us, the Illuminati, whatever, the biggest and baddest villains, Thanos, you know what I mean, Killmonger, whoever the villain is that you feel is against black people, man, whatever. Whoever you feel is the villain, got love for them too. Why? Because love is the only thing that's going to heal that hate. Hate's not going to heal that hate. More anger is not going to heal that hate. Apathy is not going to heal that hate. Hate ain't going to end wars. Anger ain't going to end wars. Saying you don't give a fuck about a person, that's not going to help. And we got to heal. We got to uplift ourselves and humanity. That's really because we all are brothers and sisters. We all are one. It is no us and them. That's what we got to understand. That's a gigantic mental prison that we all in. Us and them. My side, their side. No, it's just our side. It's just us. As in humans. Well, not really just humans, because there's a lot of other entities and beings. But what I'm saying is, in terms of humanity, it's not different races. Different families, different nations. One gigantic race, human race. And Kanye is really pushing us to help understand and see that. And right now, many so-called black people are upset because the way of thinking that Kanye is putting forth, it challenges that old system. It challenges that old mentality. It forces you to get out that prison. Hey man, the door's open. Just walk out. Stop being stuck in there. And let's get to that. Well, Kanye said, slavery was a choice. So what you trying to say? Our ancestors did the whoop the wop, and but man, relax. I understand your hurt. I understand the pain. Take it easy. Get the emotion. Heal your heart a little bit. Calm yourself down. Get the emotion. Let's put it to the side. Let's think very carefully. What did Kanye West say? Did he say verbatim, slavery was a choice? Is that exactly what he was saying? Is that the exact wording he was using? Or did he say, slavery for 400 years? That sounds like a choice. Now you see, those two sentences are different. They may be similar. You may think they are the same, but they're not the same. What he was really saying is that, from my interpretation, let me explain that, is that people are taking what he's saying and saying their interpretation as the fact of what he said, versus saying, this is what he said, and this is what I think he meant by what I'm seeing him say. We got to also understand that. And even on a bigger level, communication is a gigantic problem with us, especially black people. We don't listen well. We get in our emotions, our feelings, and we go off of what we think people are saying or what we think they meant, as opposed to what they actually said. But back to what he said. Slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. To me, he is saying, man, how could we have been enslaved for that long of a time? And then he went on to say, it was all of y'all people, and y'all still he was trying to hint at the idea of us even just thinking, well, damn, how could we have been enslaved for that long? How? It had to be on some level, being that we had the numbers. And after so long, at some point you would think people would say, I'd rather die. What did Killmonger say? Throw me off the boat, so I'd rather die than live a life in bondage. Well, how come our ancestors didn't make that choice? Now, before you answer, realize whatever the answer is, that there was a choice involved. I'm not saying that slavery was okay, that it was acceptable, that it was easy for our ancestors to make that choice, that it was just some simple like, yes, I like to be a slave today, or yes, I'm going to keep being a slave. That's not what I'm saying. And I don't think that's what Kanye West was saying or implying at all. I think what he was saying or was implying, and what we have to acknowledge and accept, is that in some way, on some level, we have to accept some responsibility because we made a decision also. If we don't consent to being slaves, if we say, I'd rather die and really go by that, then that would have been our choice. It may not have been the best choice. We may not have survived, but it is a choice nonetheless. And I was pointing that out to people with the Haitian Revolution. The people in Haiti, they don't sing that same song, we was enslaved for 400 years. They don't have the same experience with slavery as the African, the people of African descent in North America. Moors in North America, so-called blacks in North America. They're not saying the same story. Why? They made different choices. The reason they made the different choices and the context and the circumstances around involved and dealing with those choices, that's a different discussion. And I'm willing, and that's more complex than I'm trying to make, have a discussion for right now. But what I am saying, and what you have to admit, and what we have to admit, and chill for a second on just trying to get Kanye out of here or drag Kanye or whatever, is that there is on some level a choice that our ancestors made. There is and let's take it out of the ancestors. I'm going to talk about right now. When Occupy Wall Street was happening, Occupy Oakland, a few years back, I was telling all of my people, we need to go to these protests. We need to understand what's going on. We need to start fighting. Oscar Grant rallies, not riots. The marches and the protests. I'm like, we need to stand out here and support. Guess what people told me? Man, that shit ain't gonna do nothing, Cliff. Man, that shit ain't that. What is marching gonna do, bruh? What's the point, bro? They ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna make no sense for us to do that. It's just a waste of time, bro. Some sentiments like that, on and on and on. Now, they made a choice. Now, you could stand up and fight for our liberation. You could stand up and fight against injustice. And as you see, even though it's small and there was only, small gains made, something happened with Oscar Grant's case. At least went to trial. You know what I mean? But some people chose to fight. Some people chose to stand up. And some people chose to accept it. The same thing happened during the time of real physical chained up slavery. Some people said, fuck this, excuse my language. Some people bounced and said, man, I'm trying to get up off this plantation. If I gotta die, I gotta die. Get free or die trying. Word to 50 Cent. And some people said, you know what? It ain't that bad. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just try to ride it out, work my time off. Maybe I could buy my family back down the road. I'm not saying this choice was wrong, this choice was right, this person was bad for making this choice and this person wasn't. I'm saying that you have to accept, we have to accept that we are responsible. We make choices. That we don't just have to be victims and just this entrapped, enslaved victim mentality. That's the point that I think Kanye was getting to, is to break free out of the mentality. And just a little backstory on why I even, if you see me online on the Twitter, Cliff Solo, and if you don't know, it's CLIF SOULO. why I'm so adamant about defending the statements or, supporting Kanye West. One is because when I was younger, he was one of the first artists that really inspired me to do music, because he showed me that you didn't have to be this gangster rapper, da 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 da, but you didn't have to be this super corny backpack dude. He was like the first person that I remember that really made it cool to just be who you were. You know what I mean? Um, on top of that, he's talking about standing with love. That's more science. I don't care what you can get misled and confused by the media, but that's what's really going on. More science is in the building. What's happening? Love instead of hate. It ain't easy. Oh no, it ain't easy. And people gonna come for you, because there's a whole lot of hate in this world. But you gotta keep on loving, keep on shining. Um, that's two reasons. But the third is because when you listen to what he's saying, it makes a ton of sense. And I'm talking, this is not just these recent statements. I'm talking about the interview with Zane Lowe, the interview with Sway, the interview with Charlemagne, the ones from like 2003, 2015. If you listen to what he's saying, right on point, man. I mean, 2000, not 2003, 2013, 2015. Yeah, man, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Is there anything else I want to say about Kanye? I think that one thing I do want to say is that I think it's, yeah, that's what I did want to say. I find it very interesting. I find it very interesting how, our people, so-called black people, are trying to manipulate and almost like guilt Kanye into not expressing himself and to not, expressing his perspective. And it's a trip to me because, like, oh, we care about you, Kanye. How could you do this to us and take a picture with Donald Trump and, da 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 da? You hurting the people. You letting us down, yay. But then in the same breath, would say your wife ain't shit, da 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 da. Your wife is your whole family, da 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 da. Like talking crazy about his wife, crazy about his family. Regardless of how you feel, your opinions on that's still his wife, it's still his family. And a lot of people just shit on this man's family, shit on his people. It's not right. It's not cool, but people think it's jokes, it's all fun. No concern, no consideration, no empathy for how that brother may be feeling. Nobody's standing up supporting and say, hey, man, we're not going to talk about Kanye. That's Kanye's wife, man. Nah, because it's all fun and games, right? But then he's just supposed to ignore all that and then just listen to whatever the black people tell him. If the black people are saying, hey, man, we want you to not say this, then he's just supposed to follow your orders? Really? Just on a personal level, do you think that you would do that? A bunch of people shitting on you all the time and then turn around and tell you, hey man, don't feel how you're feeling. Don't think your own way. Don't use your own mind. You need to believe what we say. Does that make sense? I think we need to take a step back and have some humility and check our own selves personally. This brother's standing with love. I just seen this brother, he talked about putting the image of the man that, performed the last surgery, on his mother that passed. Peace and blessings to Donda West. But he's talking about, healing from that and connecting with that brother in love. I just seen a video clip. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show the video clip of him talking with paparazzi. With love, man. Way different than the Kanye from 5, 6, 7 years ago. My question is, where's the love for Kanye, man? Where y'all love at? Something to think about, man. Much love. Much love. Much love. Keep shining. Keep being amazing. Listen to people. That, if anything else, man, do your best to listen to what people are saying and really, really listen to, accept, and understand their perspective. Not to try to say it's wrong, not to try to shit on it or to down it, to demean them as a person, disrespect them, but listen to their opinion, their perspective as a human being, as, one of the children of God, Allah, Jah, Yahweh, whatever name we want to call our creator. Listen to it from that perspective. Try to listen in love. Not saying you have to agree. Not saying you got to support. Oh, that's another thing. One thing. Kanye supporting Donald Trump. Where did he say that? Can you show me one tweet, one video clip of Kanye saying, I support Donald Trump's policy to da-da-da-da-da-da-da? I mean, just show me. Can't, man. Got to watch out for the manipulation that happens in the media, because it's real. Malcolm told us. Malcolm warned us about that. We ain't been listening. Pac, he talked. We know that the media is the thing that caused that whole quote unquote East Coast West Coast. Michael Jackson, same thing. Dave Chappelle been talking about them, calling people crazy and how wrong that is, and that's dismissive. Understand what's going on, man. It's much deeper. The game a lot deeper than you think you know. And if you think you know, I don't think you know. Much love. Peace.
How's it going, Kanye, man?
Good, bro. How you feeling today?
Good, man. Are you worried about it at all, about these crazy threats going on around, man? These little rumors about you and stuff?
Nah, it's all. How's it? Babe, let me talk to you in person, babe, please.
Okay, bye.
Okay. We love everybody, and it's all love, really.
Right.
What's your name, sir?
My name is Art.
Art.
Nice to meet you, man.
Good meeting you too. How many kids you got, Art?
I got 2, man.
2.
Yeah.
You know this the way you feed your family?
Yeah, man.
Do you get pissed off when people like try to down the paparazzi and stuff like that?
I mean, it kind of does hurt a little bit, you know. I mean, usually we try to like shine it off, and we're doing what we're doing. But
it's like when I first came out to LA, I feel you. When I first came out to LA, I didn't have a family.
Right.
So having a family gave me a whole new respect for dads, bro. Because you out here feeding your family.
Yeah.
You don't feel like being in Calabasas shooting somebody and asking questions like that and stuff. But you actually have a very important role.
Right.
And I feel like your role is not respected. And I feel like everybody's role in society is important from the...
Exactly. And everybody's choices and the way they think, I think, should be respected also. And I know you have your own way of thinking, and I think everybody should respect that. And you're right, sometimes, we do get looked down upon a lot. Yeah. And sometimes other people's decisions get looked down upon by people that don't even really interact with you. And I feel like I sometimes, get to see you a lot more than other people do, and they judge you by certain things that you say. But I don't feel that they respect enough the fact that you have your own opinion and everybody else does too.
I really appreciate that. Would you put that video up? I mean, no, keep it on. I'm saying, could you post this whole video of our interaction?
Definitely.
Hey, do you mind if I give you a hug, bro?
No, not at all, man.
It's all love. It's all love, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much, Kanye.
Say I'ma be myself. Say I'ma be myself. Say I'ma be myself. Say I'ma be myself. Okay, yeah. Now, you ain't standing on love, he a real. And I know how he feel, why I feel. See, I've been walking with love for a minute now, and ain't no sucker niggas ever taking this route. Take it how you want. Most folks always talking what they gon'. Stay saying what you can't do and what you oughta. Then wanna show you hella love when you're gonna. It's a cold reality we were living in. You change your thoughts and your words and your actions, and then you sit back and you just watch what happens. Abracadabra like magic. Whole new reality we living in, yes. Know we got some doubters and they asking for the proof. Told them, even with a DJ, they ain't got a clue. One more for the people, yes, then I'm through. Same God in me is inside of you. This is true.